Hello everybody, Sock here, coming to you on January the 28th from San Antonio, Texas, and where things are currently heating up on the border. I think everybody's aware of that. And Governor Abbott is basically standing up to the federal government, the deep state, etc., that are attempting to flood our nation with illegal immigrants. And anyway, this is not a video about that. This is actually a video about this right here. This is a Kel Tec P-17, and this is a very affordable 22 long rifle product from Kel Tec. It holds 16 rounds and one more in the chamber, and that's 16 plus 1 is 17, so that's where the 17 comes from. It is all polymer, except for some steel parts in the slide, of course, in the barrel, and a few other steel parts, of course. And so I'm going to go through the kind of the features of it. I'll kind of start with a unboxing, kind of, if you want to look at it that way. I've already had it to the range and shot it, and I'll tell you about that. Also, I have a holster for it that I got from the Kel Tec website, so I'll kind of show you that and tell you about that. And I'll just give you my overall impressions at the end, okay? So that's what this is all about. So why don't we go ahead and look in the box? And first of all, really nice box that they give you, or case, I should say, that this comes in. It's a $200 pistol, okay? 200 bucks, and they give you a nicer case than a lot of guns that are 500 and 600 bucks come with. And if you open it up, of course, it's got the egg carton kind of stuff in it, and comes with 3 magazines. All right, 1, 2, 3, and these are I'll talk about those a little closer. They're all plastic, as far as I can tell, except for the springs. Of course, it has the obligatory lock, trigger lock, some anti-rust stuff, and oops, something from where I got it, which was PSA, where I actually ordered it from, and of course, it comes with the Kel Tec owner manual. Okay. Also did buy a little loading device. I got that on Amazon, I think. Okay. And it's really not necessary. These things are really easy to, these magazines are very easy to load. So I don't really need that. And so let me go ahead and put this back together here. Oh, the other thing that does come with it is a little toolkit. And you can see a wrench, and that's for the barrel nut. And you can see there's a barrel protector on it right now, and you can see the adapter right here, and that is to allow it to accept a suppressor or another muzzle device. And of course, they give you an Allen wrench for the fully adjustable sights. Okay, that all comes in with the pistol. So really nice, like I said, well done, Kel Tec, on supplying this case. And I think you'll see well done Kel Tec all the way around with this thing. Kind of forecasting my opinion there a little bit. So let's go back to the pistol. And by the way, this is clear. Okay. And let me go through the features real quick for you. All right. So this is a polymer pistol. As you can see, it's got kind of the usual Kel Tec assembly method of having a clamshell type design with the screws all through it holding the thing together. It's a system that works actually quite well. All right, maybe not the most beautiful pistol ever designed. All right, but I think they look good. And so let me just run through the features here. Of course, it's 22 long rifle. And as I had already mentioned, it has fully adjustable sights. You can see the rear sight right there, and it has screws on the side. You can drift the sight left and right, and there's one right here that allows you to basically rock the sight up and down for elevation adjustment. And the front sight is a really visible, highly visible. Trying to remember what you call that, optical fiber type sight, high vis. Okay, and as you can see there, it does show up quite well. The thing is also fully ambidextrous. It has the safety on both sides. Okay, as you can see. It also has the magazine, which is a toggle release type magazine release on both sides. Right now there's no magazine in it. And takedown is super easy. You just pull the little takedown uh, levers on either side, kind of like a Glock. Rock this back, lift it up, and it comes right off the front. And that's your slide. That's the steel part. The rest of this is all polymer on here. And of course the barrel's steel, and you can see the spring. But this, one of the things that makes this a very accurate little pistol, and one of the things that makes it accurate is that that barrel is fixed. Okay, it's kind of like a Walther design that way, if you will. The barrel remains fixed, or Makarov, I think, is the same way. The barrel remains fixed during fire, so it's not moving back and forth. So you don't have to, you don't have any lockup of the barrel, to consider as far as accuracy. And super easy to put back together. You just simply slide the the front of the slide, if you will, over the muzzle. Pull your little Glock-esque levers to the back. Bring the slide back and put it back into the action in the back, right here. Put it back in there, and then let it go forward. Sorry if you didn't see that very well, but it's very simple. And of course, the owner's manual shows you how to do that. Has an accessory rail here, as you can see. So if you want to put a weapons light on it or a laser or something like that, you can do that. Now you may have noticed this plate on the top. That's just the normal part of the the way the thing is constructed. That is not a weapon or a weapons light plate. You can get basically a new slide piece back here from Kel Tec. It's about $200, but it comes with the red dot sight. Okay, if you want to get optics for it, they do have that available. But this does not come. This is not a optics plate here. Okay, that's just the way it's constructed. All right, trying to think what else. As I mentioned, the magazine release is a toggle type magazine release. You just push down on that, and it's ambidextrous. You can do it from either side. The magazines themselves are very lightweight. This actually kind of reminds me of the old Pez candy dispensers. And of course, it has a metal spring in it, but everything else on it is plastic. But they are very simple, very easy to load, even though it doesn't have the button on the side like you find on a Ruger magazine, for example. I found it very easy to load these. The spring tension is not so bad that you can't easily load them quickly. Okay, now the other thing I'll go ahead and, since I'm doing the show and tell part here, the trigger. Okay, it's a basically a single action trigger, if you will. So I just clicked it. Okay, so now it's done. It's not a double action. Doesn't keep clicking after that. Okay, it doesn't have a double action to it, and it has to reset. And the reset on it, of course, I've got the magazine in it. I'm gonna mess this up. Pull that out. The reset on it is right there, rather long. So it's got a fairly long reset, but the overall travel of the trigger is not that long. Now, the trigger itself, I noticed when I was shooting, you really can't tell when it's going to break, which actually is good for accuracy, especially when you're shooting offhand. It's better not to know exactly when it's going to break. It's just focus on the sight picture, go ahead and follow through, and it breaks when it breaks. Boom, boom, boom. It breaks at the same spot, but it's just not you can't feel it. Okay, it's not tactile. As I mentioned, it does have this muzzle protector on here, but if you can remove that, put the muzzle device on it, and it'll accept a suppressor. So it is suppressor ready. Very lightweight. I don't know what the actual weight on it was, but I think it's like 17 ounces or something like that, or 16. I don't know. It's pretty light. May even be less than that. And so I did order and get right off the Kel Tec website this holster for it. It is made with Kydex, okay, Kydex type material. And this is an inside the waistband holster. I don't know what the actual brand is. I guess it's Kel Tec. I don't know. It just has a R, looks like, kind of a KR or something. That's the logo on it, and you get these are about $40 from Kel Tec. Fits it like a glove, as you can see here. It matches up perfectly with the bottom, covers the trigger, is safe. It's got these adjustable tension things here. This is set at an angle like that to fit in your inside the waistband, but it does have adjustment screw holes, so that if you wanted to straighten it out, if you prefer a straight drop, you could set it up to do that as well. So I thought very good for $40. You know, that's a very nice holster. Okay, now let me talk to you quick about. I did take it to the range. I'm sorry I don't have the footage of that, but I was in a covered 25-yard range shooting from the bench with it. The sights did come in handy for that. I could see the front sight. These old eyes, I tell you though, I was shooting. It was hard to shoot accurately. I did manage to get at 25 yards, group like this. I had a tin can down there that I was shooting. I was able to shoot that and hit it every time once I got the sights adjusted. It was a little off when I first shot, and I shot two different types of ammo. The one I really liked and shot really well is this stuff right here, which is Federal target grade performance, and just target grade performance, I guess. And this is a 40 grain solid, okay, about 1,200 feet per second. So pretty standard that way, but it really liked this, and it shot that 100%, no bobbles, no problems whatsoever. And like I said, it was shooting that into, about 4 inches for me at 25 yards with these, in a very poor lighting situation for me personally. And the other brand that I did shoot is this Winchester Expert, and I do have a bunch of this that I've had for a little while. It's 36 grain, 1,280 feet per second, and I think it's solid. I don't think these are hollow points. Yeah, I think there's 36 grain, and it shot these fine. No, these are hollow points, as you can see. So it shot them just fine, but it would not extract them. So they would not extract and eject. I did have a Ruger 45-22 that I was shooting at the same time, and the Ruger ate that Winchester just fine. He had no problem with it. So something about that it didn't like. It was basically the shell would be stuck in the chamber after the shot, and I had to manually cycle it every time to get it to extract and eject. So that's what I found at the range. But I've got a lot of different types of 22. I can take it back and check it out and see how it does with other ones. But that was the initial response that I had. It liked the one, it did not like the other. So your mileage may vary. And so that's about it. I just wanted to kind of go through a quick review for you. Again, overall impression, I like the way it feels in my hand. The trigger is like a little weird, like I said, but I think I'll get used to that. And it doesn't hurt accuracy, really. I think it helps it from the standpoint that you really should be focusing on the sights and not when the trigger's gonna break. So you should maintain a good sight picture when you're shooting. I had no problem, like I said, shooting a can at 25 yards and hitting it and rolling it every time. So, which is kind of what, the primary job of this is for me. I don't carry this for self-defense, although it would be a great gun for that if you had a hard time, with maybe your hands aren't strong, you have some arthritis or whatever the case is. The slide pull on it, I would say, is not really hard. I think most people could probably do this. It's pretty easy. And of course, it's got